What up, Reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on WAPA! Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, Book 3, The Ship of the Dead, aka the never-ending book title. This video contains paid promotion with Disney Hyperion, but know that all my thoughts, opinions, and feels are my own. This is actually the Booksplosion Book of the Month, and we will be having our live show discussion on December 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so if you have not picked up this book yet, go pick it up and then join us for the live show discussion. This is the third and final book in this trilogy, and this is arguably my favorite series/trilogy to come from Rick Riordan. I love the Percy Jackson series, but there's something just so special about this series for me. This is the first trilogy by Rick Riordan that just completely sucked me in. While I do consider this to currently be my favorite trilogy by Rick Riordan, this was definitely not my favorite of the three books. In fact, I did find myself a little bit underwhelmed by this finale. There were definitely things throughout the book that I completely loved, but I think just the conclusion overall, I was expecting a lot more. I think my favorite out of the trilogy is the first book, and then right under that is the second book, and then comes the finale for me. I was kind of expecting to be like knocked off my feet with this finale, but it didn't blow me away like the first two books did. It still had that Rick Riordan charm though, don't get me wrong. I still loved the humor, I loved the action, I loved the formation of relationships, especially the ones that we've been waiting 3 books to happen. Something that this one did that I loved is that it explored characters that it hasn't in the past 2 books. It was nice getting more from these characters that we hadn't gotten much from in the past. This one was similar to the second book, in which there are all these little things happening, all these kind of little side and subplots happening, and then it kind of leads up to the final battle. And I actually liked all the side things happening more so than I liked the final showdown. All in all, I would give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. Even though this is a finale, I don't think we're done with these characters. I don't know what Rick Riordan has in store, but it does not feel like we're done with this crew. So that's all my non-spoilery thoughts that I can share. I'm now going to be jumping into a little spoilery section, so if you have not read this book, then go read this book and then come back and discuss with me. So unfortunately, I did not take very many notes on this book, but I have curated a list of 10 things that I want to talk about, so we're gonna go down that list and talk about those 10 things. Number 1, I have a new ship, ladies and gents. It's the most unexpected ship of all time, Jack and Riptide. This was honestly such a short little bit in the book, but it just caught me so off guard, and I'm still high-key laughing about it. Number 2, I did not want Percy to leave this book. Like, why couldn't Percy and Annabeth just stayed in this book and be a part of the whole journey? I get that this book is not about them, but they could still have been just a part of the book, just in the background, doing their own little thing every now and then. I would have been okay with that. The training scene with Percy and Magnus was fantastic, and it was nice to be able to check in with Percy and Annabeth and see how they're doing, but it wasn't enough. I needed more. Number 3, Magnus and Alex. It's about time. It finally happened. I feel like Magnus was just so much more aware of Alex in this book. Like, he was more in tune to Alex being around him and just like noticing things about Alex. And I just really liked how their relationship wasn't rushed at all. I mean, it took us 3 books to get to this point. When they both started to realize that they had feelings for each other, they didn't like rush into the relationship. They didn't jump in and just hope for the best. They were very upfront about the fact that they wanted to take things kind of slow. And I just really appreciated that slowness when it came to their relationship, because a lot of times, in YA books specifically, people just rush into relationships. And I'm personally a fan of people kind of taking their time with relationships. Number 4, Sam participating in Ramadan. This was something that I really liked in this book. I really liked the fact that Rick kind of exposed something that I'm not necessarily aware of. I've always heard about Ramadan, but I never kind of understood it, and I feel like Rick really brought in the topic of Ramadan and kind of helped people learn about it. And I liked how I wasn't the only one learning about it. We had our characters in the story who were also learning about the whole process. Number 5, I just really liked seeing more of Mallory and Halfborn. Like I said in my review portion of the video, it was nice to kind of learn more about characters that we don't know that much about. And I just really liked learning more about these characters, specifically Mallory. We learned that Mallory's mother is Fig, the Norse goddess. Number 6, this one's super random, but I just can't with the fact that the ship is called the Big Banana. And I just couldn't not think of Miss Poland Banana's books herself. Like, she might as well be the captain of this boat. Number 7, it was really nice that we kind of got closure on Hearthstone's dad situation. That was something that I was kind of hoping that we would get, but I wasn't sure if Rick was going to explore that anymore, and it was really nice that we kind of got closure with that whole dad dragon situation. Number 8, can we talk about the fact that Magnus talking to animals didn't become a bigger part of the plot? Excuse me? I'm just gonna have Magnus be able to talk to animals, but I'm not gonna explore it any further. You can't just do that and not expand on it, Rick. This is why I feel like we're gonna get more from these characters, because there's more to explore here. Number 9, the insult battle between Magnus and Loki. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed with the final showdown. I guess it's because I just wanted full-on action and not an insult battle, but when you think about it, it is kind of teaching like an important lesson. How words have power and we should use them carefully. But still, I just wanted a little bit more action. And finally, the last thing that I want to mention is what the heck was that ending? Magnus calls Annabeth and she's like crying on the phone? Why is Annabeth crying? What's going on here? You can't leave us hanging like that, Rick Riordan. Actually, you can, because you do it time and time again. So those are all the things that I had to share on the Ship of the Dead. I'm sorry that I didn't take notes. I just was reading the heck out of it, and I couldn't be bothered by taking notes. But you guys should let me know down below in the comments what your favorite moment was throughout the Ship of the Dead. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, let me know down below, now that you've read this whole trilogy, which one you would say is your favorite. I think my favorite is definitely book 1, The Sword of the Summer. So let me know what your favorite is down below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure to go and hit subscribe, or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. I also post twice a week over on my second channel. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so if you want more content from me, I will leave a link down below in the description to my second channel. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew!